Hello, first anything, good afternoon. I hope you're doing great, and I'm just still waiting for your activities so far. So let's go with the next topic. Today we're gonna be checking a little bit about the linguistics, about the alphabet, because as you, I'm sorry, that was a call that I wasn't expecting. So I was talking about the way that we just produce the word. There are some rules that are not necessarily the ones that we already know about the tenses and stuff like that, but we are gonna be just going deeply into that. For that reason, we have morphology, the study of morphemes and words. We are gonna go very deep into the topic of the the alphabet, and not the one that we already know, but the other one. Okay, so we have first morphology, and as you may remember, give me a second because someone is knocking at the door. Yes, I'm back. Okay, sorry. I was saying that morphemes, the study of morphemes and words. Okay, so right there we just have the morphemes. Morpheme, it could be a base word. So for example, when we just have a word that you already know its base. So it's like when you do not conjugate the verb in past tense or in present tense, or you just add two letters to create a noun. So let's use, for example, the word teacher. Teacher is a noun, right? It's a word that we already know. Um, well, we just have some examples in the near future in this presentation, but let's start with that one, teacher. So teacher is a base word. Okay, the base word is going to be teach. And the suffix, as you can see, we have prefixes and suffixes, and we have the base word. So teacher as well is going to be the base word with a suffix, that the suffix is going to be er, teach, teacher. Okay, so another word could be a prefix. The prefix is the words that go behind the base word. So for example, um, unhappy, right? We have the word happy that is going to be the base form, and on is going to be the prefix. So this is going to be the construction of the words that makes sense, and it's a little bit going beyond the language, beyond the structures. Okay, let's go with the first one. So we have word. Of course, the term of word can be used in different senses. For example, on one hand, vocabulary items like, for example, the word take. We just look in the dictionary and we just identify what is the meaning of take, what is the use of take, and maybe some of the tenses that exist on take. But on the other hand, the different inflected form of a word, like for example, take, takes, taking, took, taken, are also called words. In some words, there are like rules or sentences that we just take in order to change them into different ways. This is because of the variety of the language, the words that is used, and that is actually worked in the sentences. Okay, so to avoid confusion, we are going to be talking about the following terms, okay? So we just have, for example, lexeme. A lexeme is a unit of lexicon, an entry in the dictionary, a vocabulary item, which is an inflected abstract from the underlies all its inflecting variants. To distinguish lexeme from the inflected variants, it is customary, to use the capital letters to indicate lexemes. For instance, the lexeme take underlines the inflection variants like take, takes, taken, took, and taken. Okay, so that is going to be the lexeme. It's going to be the unit of a lexicon. It means um, an entry in the dictionary, and we are gonna be just we are gonna be completing, sorry, with two different meanings. So a word is made of two things: a lexeme, that is going to be the minimal um, unit of a word, and a syntactic word, that is an inflective variant of a lexeme, including, for example, zero inflection. So take, takes, taking, took, taking are syntactic words. Okay. Inflection in this case means varying the shape of a lexeme in such a way that is grammatically in relation to another lexemes within the phrase. For example, okay, right here is inflection, sorry. The inflection is going to be, inflection means a variant in the shape of the lexeme in such a way that its grammatical relationship to the other lexeme within the phrase sentence becomes clear. So for example, he takes them. Okay, in this sentence, the verb takes is a predicate in the third personal singular present tense, right? Because it's not conjugated in past, we just have he takes, okay? He, in this case, is the pronoun in the nominative case and followed by them, okay? We have he and them, but in the middle, we just have a base word that is going to be takes. Sorry, all three words are inflected, even and the apparently uninflected he can be regarded as a zero inflected. Okay, so right here, we just, the form take, takes, taking, took, the one that we were using before, constitute the paradigm take. The members of such paradigm are syntactic words. Okay, I don't know if this makes sense a little bit for you. So we have the lexeme that is going to be the unit of lexicon is going to be a minimal meaning of the word. We have the syntactic word that is going to mean that everything that we are using in the language is going to be related with the base word that is going to be take, and we have the inflection that is going to be the way that we are going to be making the relation between the words that we just have, like for example nouns, verbs, possessive, etc., to become into a word. And on the other hand, we have something that we call morphemes. Morphemes, for example, are the smallest meaningful units of language, which cannot be subdivided, sorry, without losing their meaning. They are abstract units indicated between braces. So we are going to be using braces to understand a little bit what are morphemes. And this is what I was telling you a few minutes ago, the word teacher. We have this word teacher cannot be subdivided without losing their meaning. Okay, so we just have the word teacher that it consists in two morphemes, teach and er. Okay, the lexeme albatross consists of one that is going to be just one word. This is going to be just one word because you cannot separate it to create different words. Remember, a lexeme, I'm sorry, um, lexeme is going to be the unit of a lexicon which is inflected abstract for the underlies all its inflected variants. To distinguish lexeme from the inflected variants, it is customary to use the capital letters to indicate lexemes. Okay, this makes sense for you. We have the capital letters, so that means that we are gonna be just having the lexeme and it's going to be just one word. You cannot subdivide it because it doesn't make sense at all. To understand a little bit this about the braces, we have the phonetical alphabet. Okay, I don't know if this is something that you have seen before, but we are just gonna be checking it right here. Inside of your mouth, there are some ways that you just move it to produce sounds, to produce words. And there are different sounds, of course. We have just have the nasal. There is going to be the one that you are going to be using your nose. In the next video, we are going to be going deeply into that. We have the lips, we have the tongue, we have the teeth, we just have the palatal, which is going to be used to produce some sounds. Okay, so every single movement, sorry, of the mouth is going to be used to create sentences, to create words, and more important than anything, to produce sounds. That these sounds are going to be phonetically understandable for people. Right here, you can see the alphabet. Okay, I'm sorry, this is going to be the last thing that we are going to be checking today. We just have right here the alphabet. It's not going to be the one that we already know, but it's going to be the phonetical alphabet. So that means, I don't know if you remember this, but every time that you are using, what is the name of this? Google Translate? Yes, it's Google Translate. Did you maybe, you may not have idea how to write a word or how to pronunciate it, you just put it on Google Translate. Let me try to do Google Translate. Okay, I'm right here. So I'm gonna be putting the word read. Okay, I'm gonna be switching into English and
Read.
there's supposed to be a way. No, I'm gonna put cómo decir, cómo se dice um, amigo en inglés. Vamos a poner esto. Okay. Um, there's supposed to be. I can remember where is it, but there was an alphabet. Let me try to look for it. Okay, but I'm gonna be just looking in a minute. But yes, actually, these words, these kind of symbols that you can see right here, are using the alphabet. Okay, in the translators, you can see them because these symbols mean sounds. So that means that, for example, when you're saying the word cat, it's not an A that like the one that we already know in Spanish, right? It's going to be a combination of these sounds. So there is a position, the right position that is going to be in the mouth. And as I said, we're going to be checking that for the next video. But these kind of sounds are regularly understandable with the translators. Okay, so we are just gonna be just checking this. That is going to be the alphabet, and according with these symbols, it represents a sound. Okay, so for example, we have the symbol M that goes for M, like we already know in Spanish. That is going to be pretty much the same that it goes for milk. Okay, no, this combination of sound, sync, sorry, is going to be the sound that produced that. Okay, so understand a little bit this. We are gonna be doing the following activity. I just put you right here two things. You're gonna be looking at the chart. I put it that right here again, so you can just translate what is going to be the word that we have right here in the slashes. Okay, and we are gonna be using the same alphabet to change these words into the phonetical alphabet. We're gonna be putting them right here as they are right here with slashes. Okay, so it's gonna take a little bit because it's not too easy to understand, but I think it's going to be really useful for you so you can actually understand a little bit more the symbols, the phonetical symbols that we have right here. Okay, so this is going to be your today's activity, and next week we are going to go deeply into this. We are going to be checking how the mouth is used to produce the sounds, but we are going to be just starting here with the alphabet. Okay, so if you have any doubts, just let me know it and I'll be in touch with you. Remember, you have time to complete this activity till Friday. So if you have any doubt, just let me know it. Have a nice one.